Vaultie is a Toronto-based startup that specializes in verifiable digital signatures. Meyer, welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me, Vlad.
Why did you decide to start a company, and why did you decide to start Vaultie?
Vaultie started when me and my co-founder, Dimitri, were having beers one night and we're asking ourselves the question, why can't you sign your will digitally? The law said that it had to be in writing, but all these other laws had changed for digital signatures. Why not wills? And the more we dug into it, and the more we dug into digital signatures, the more we started to realize that there were kinks in the armor, that these things weren't as protective as we thought they were. And that if we really wanted something that you could sign your will with, which is, all of your worldly possessions, we need to rethink these from the ground up for compliance. Both of us liked the idea of building something for ourselves. And that's kind of important if you want to be an entrepreneur. It's funny because different things motivate you at different times when you're building a company. I think in the phase where we were coming up with an answer, what was fascinating to us was the hunt. Why didn't this have an answer? What do we need to put into an answer? What can we do? And then once we had that answer, then there was the next jump off, which is we're going to dedicate our full time to it. And that was, is the opportunity big enough? Can we do something with it? Is this a hole that we want to dive down for, potentially the rest of our lives? And all of those answers were interesting. And they test your mettle every day, because when you're in the slog of it and, something in the code base isn't going right, or you have a customer who's not happy with something, you question those decisions. But at the same time, what motivates you through is I'm doing something interesting.
Did you always want to be an entrepreneur, or did this something that you decided to do right before going into Vaultie?
I had a very safe route planned. And I went into my MBA knowing that I had a safe route planned for when I was done with it. A third of the way through, something happened that kind of derailed that plan. And that pushed me into a world where I was able to really explore. I was suddenly in open water. And I really got to open my eyes to say, oh, this is what life is like on the open water. And I kind of got the catch for sailing. From there, building your own boat and sailing across the ocean just seems like the next natural step. And it feels great. One of the things that gets underlooked so often when you're starting a company is the fact that none of us can do it alone. The most important thing you're going to get as an entrepreneur is your community. Surround yourself with good people, surround yourself with good mentors, surround yourself with good accelerators. Before I give a shout out to any of my professors, I need to give a shout out to my partner, Dimitri. He's my CTO, he's my co-founder in this. And the nights that we're up till 2 a.m. just discussing how to build this thing have been fascinating ever since. Of the professors that inspired me, that have sort of gotten me to this point, there was Neil Buckley at York University, who was my game theory prof, which sort of taught me about the math behind how people think. There was Francesco Bova, who was my accounting prof at Rotman too, who's answered some of the most insane questions for me. Even now, last year we were talking about blockchain economics on your balance sheet, which is as boring of a subject as it sounds, but the actual answers there were fascinating.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Smarter Loans YouTube channel for more videos that will help you make smarter financial decisions.